Music Marketing for the DIY Musician. The first chapter is just an overview of the complete marketing process and how to develop a marketing plan and all that stuff. I think it seems like a really good book so far. It's by a guy named Borg. I've done quite a bit of this stuff already for my studio business. The marketing process starts with a vision of where you want to be in 7 to 10 years. And you can use that by finding out what you are really wanting deep down and how you want to express yourself and what your ultimately realized vision is. You can chart your course a little bit more easily. First, you start off by conducting a strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats analysis. And you want to identify opportunities in the marketplace. If there's, something that you feel people are looking for, or something that people, a message that people want to hear, understanding where those people are and how big of an opportunity it is. And then recognizing where your weaknesses are, whether resources and then once you recognize those weaknesses, you can figure out how you can turn them into strengths and then minimize your threats or risks. So once you've conducted your SWOT analysis, you want to analyze your most likely audience, and the best way to do that, he says in the book, is looking at similar artists, looking at their fan base, the demographics of their fan base, and I feel like even hanging out in places digitally or otherwise where the fans are, and really just sinking yourself into that culture. I mean, if you're creating that kind of music, I think that it's something that you probably will be doing naturally. Like if you are a hip-hop head, you probably hang out on hip-hop heads on Reddit, stuff like that, I think that it's kind of necessary if you want to authentically be able to express yourself in your niche. You need to be like embedded into the culture of it. You want to know like the demographics of your most likely fans. So you want to know age, gender, location, lifestyle, and he has a really good comparison of like, if you're a metal band, say you could be like, my fans are metalheads, or you could say my fans are male, angsty, 21 to 32 with an income of 40 to 60K. They like extreme sports, vaping, and tattoos, and they like going to see a high energy show once a week and bonding with like-minded individuals. And you can see the contrast between just metalheads and then all that other information. You can target just a lot more intelligently with more intent. And don't worry if you can't define it perfectly straight off the jump. It's something that you'll continue to learn more and more about as you work through the process. Competitor analysis. You want to analyze similar artists and look at their promo, look at their photos, look at their music, look at their merch, look at even their distribution methods and their prices, and understand what they're doing right, what they could be doing better, and seeing how you can emulate. You don't want to just 100% steal, but looking and getting clues from people around you is a great blueprint for success. And then you want to demo products and get feedback, which, if you are making a slap chopper, you're going to demo the product, you're going to get feedback before you bring it to market, right? So a good way to do that for artists is to do live performances. Live performances, you get that instant feedback. Doing like leaked demos or doing rehearsal space streams, stuff like that, where people can give you their input, because you never know what people are liking or what people aren't liking. I always found it incredible. I mean, most artists, we all like have a lot of self-doubt. And it's funny when you get off the stage, sometimes maybe you'll feel like you messed up in a spot and people come up and tell you that was their favorite part of your set. So It's really good to get feedback, and you want to take it with a grain of salt a little bit as well. Like, if someone says they don't like it, maybe it's just not right for them. But if it's a message that you keep getting consistently, you need to recognize that and understand that maybe something needs to change. As soon as you feel positive, you should set a goal for the year. You can do that by setting SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, roadmap, and timelined. See what your goals are going to be over the next year and make sure they're measurable. So you could base it on like sales or awareness, like streams and stuff like that, or even, people hate to say it, but like Instagram followers. And make sure that you're basing it on realistic projections and past successes and observations, and consider how well similar artists are selling. Now that you've got a plan, you have to execute it. And this is where the rubber meets the road. And personally, I can say, like, especially probably the first time that you do this, you're probably going to be pretty off base, and it can be a real reality check when you like come back to when you make these goals and then you come into the real world and you just get smacked by reality. I've found it to be a real reality check. So just embrace it. Take it as a learning experience. Keep learning and fine-tuning and adjusting and keep working towards your goal. So as you execute your plan, there's 3 tips that he gives. Secure financing. So whether that's saving up money, getting a loan, borrowing some money from family. I hate borrowing money. I would rather just save it up myself, but whatever you feel fits for you. Embrace the DIY attitude. So you're gonna have to just roll up your sleeves, do a lot of stuff that you're maybe not comfortable with doing. Edit videos, do audio, learn how to do social media, YouTube. So embrace that DIY attitude, and make sure you maintain your work ethic over the long haul. It can be tough when you are not seeing results at first or something like that, to keep that mentality, to keep going, but you just have to keep going over the long haul, and you'll see incremental growth, and eventually it all catches on, and it's worth it in the end. That's it for now, and I think it's going to be a really helpful book, and I'm going to learn a lot, and I hope you learn a lot as well, and take care.